Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another one of the greatest of all time, TJ and MJ. Spend your dollar or save your dollar movie review. Come on in and listen to what we got to say about the movie of the day. Woo! It's ready to roll! Let's rock!
Crack-a-lackin' peoples! We are back once again. We had a little technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. We just did a show earlier on the on our review for Suicide Squad, and it just came out horrible.
Well, first of all, who are you?
Oh, well, let me introduce myself. I'm TJ.
And MJ.
Spend your dollar.
Oh, save your dollar.
Movie reviews.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Thank you, baby. All right. Shoot, MJ's on it tonight. So I was jumping the gun because we just actually did a review on this, and we was doing it live, ladies and gentlemen, which we're doing again right now. But the daggum mic that I had set up, the cable thing for it is just horrible. I got to get a specific cable for it because that thing is just not working over. Because we did it over the phone thing, and it just was not happening. So we're doing it again. We're starting this review again because the last one I had to take all that shit off. It was just horrible sounding. You probably wouldn't even have been able to hear it. So, but we are reviewing. What are we reviewing, babe? What are we reviewing?
The Suicide Squad.
Thank you. Suicide Squad. Oh, matter of fact, this just in right now, ladies and gentlemen. More than 60 people get COVID after Obama's super spreader party. More than 60 people test positive for COVID on Martha's Vineyard. You know that wonderful island that the Obamas live on? Yeah. Yeah. Remember they said everybody got vaccinated? Yeah. Yeah. Well, they all still got COVID. So just wanted to let that little bit of news come in. And let's get back to the flow of the day. So what are we talking about? We are talking about the Suicide Squad. We just got through watching this movie, you guys. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. This is the second one, as TJ likes to say. Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah, Suicide Squad 2. Okay. Let's not get it twisted. And, babe, let's go ahead. This movie's all over the place, you guys. This movie is crazy. So go on, babe.
It's very crazy because they say it's an action adventure, but it's a lot more than that, isn't it, TJ?
Yeah.
It's got a lot of other stuff in it.
It's got a lot of stuff in this movie, you guys.
Comedy, gore, more gore.
Ooh. Ooh-wee, go ooh-wee. Sing it, girl. I mean, sing it, TJ. And everything. Yeah. You guys can laugh at it. Okay, thank you. But, so what, babe, let's give them the synopsis and then we'll go into our thoughts on the movie here. Go on and give them the full run of the flavor here.
All right. Well, this one's about the government sends the most dangerous supervillains in the world. You got Bloodsport, Peacemaker, King Shark, Harley Quinn, and others to the remote enemy-infused island of Corto Maltese. Armed with high-tech weapons, they trek through the dangerous jungle on a search-and-destroy mission with only Colonel Rick Flag on the ground to make them behave.
Ooh, Colonel Rick Flag. He's back in action again with the Suicide Squad. A bunch of crazy lunatics is what it is. I don't know how he makes them behave because these fools, whoo.
And Rick Flag is played by, his name right here is Joel Kinnaman.
Joel Kinnaman?
Joel Kinnaman.
He's in a lot. He's in a lot of movies too, actually.
He's in a lot.
He's in a lot of stuff.
He was in, oh my gosh, he was in RoboCop? I didn't remember that.
He played... That's right. He played the new RoboCop. RoboCop when they did the remake of RoboCop.
2014 movie.
Yeah, he played
was
RoboCop.
In Altered Carbon. He was in The Informer. Remember that one?
I remember The Informer.
Mm-hmm. He was in the other Suicide Squad as well.
Yeah, he was also the original
he was in,
Squad.
Hannah, Easy Money, For All Mankind, Run All Night.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I remember that one. Run All Night. We saw that one.
Oh yeah, we just saw that one. And a lot of the movies he does are some deep movies too. He's in a lot of deep movies.
He's been in quite a few.
But this movie here, you guys, okay, if you guys want to talk about the first Suicide Squad, that you thought that was kind of crazy.
What?
The first Suicide Squad.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
This movie here like takes the cake. If you guys are into, I'll put it like this. This movie is, like MJ said, action, a little bit of drama, adventure, comedy, huge comedy, you guys.
A lot of gore.
A lot of gore. This movie,
it's crazy.
It was like I was saying when we was doing this earlier. The gore in this movie is so gory that it's nasty. Mm. It's like nasty gory.
Yeah.
Like ugh.
Like maggot nasty.
It's nasty, you guys. It's like, oh my gosh, really? You guys really went there with that? Yeah, they did. Mm-hmm. A lot of that shit's in it. This movie, would you say this movie's violent, babe? Would you say it's violent?
Yes, I would. I would say it's not for children.
Was there a lot of this gunfire stuff? Yeah, boom. Yeah, a lot of shots. Mm-hmm.
Well, I would say be careful of taking young children.
Yes, be careful of taking young little ones.
Not for kids.
No, it's definitely not for kids. Actually,
teenagers, yeah, I guess it's okay for teenagers.
Actually, MJ was up there saying this movie was almost like a triple rated R movie.
I did say that. Yep.
Everything.
It's supposed to be rated R, but it's like triple R.
And it's not because of sexual stuff and so forth, even though there is a few little scenes that are kind of like
just a few short scenes.
Small.
Well,
not according to John Cena.
Well, they didn't show all the nudity there. They just showed him in his underwear bulging.
Had MJ's eyes bulging out of her head.
Well, because I was watching
some tidy-whitey scenes.
Because there was another bulge bulging out.
I'm like, okay.
Babe, I was trying not to look, but it was right there staring me in the face.
He was staring at us. He was pointing. He was
trying not to look.
He was saluting.
I was trying not
MJ,
to look down there.
MJ was saluting back.
I was trying to keep my eyes focused up at his face. But the way they did this made you.
Yeah, they did. But didn't they like zoom in on that? They did a scene where they zoomed in on it. I'm like, what the heck? Really? Like,
yeah, but he had his shorts on. They were like those tidy whities, tight underwears.
Yeah, purposely had his shiz all crazy. But anyway, so the movie, you guys, is just insanity. That's the best thing I could say about the movie. Mm-hmm. It's insanity. They obviously, as a Suicide Squad is, they always get, a number of ex-con villains who are kind of like super villains. And and these are guys that have been caught and they've been put in lockdown of super lockdowns, and the government's always needing them to do these missions that nobody else will do, but these motherfuckers will do it because the fact that they can get their sentences
reduced. And they're crazy.
And they're crazy. They're crazy enough to do this stuff.
Double trouble.
And of course they get the little injection put in the back of their heads that if they go AWOL, try to stray from the mission, that kind of thing. Boom!
That's right.
A boom! Mm-hmm. Your head gets blown to bits.
The government will terminate.
Yes. They will terminate your behind
and
a quickness. And what's her name? She almost plays like the villain in a way in this movie.
Oh, you're talking about Viola Davis?
Yeah, Viola Davis.
Viola Davis. Yeah,
like, she's a little cold-hearted. Mm-hmm. And you kind of find that out in this movie, like towards the end. You kind of start to see where her true ties are. Mm-hmm. Like, she don't really give a flip about nothing but what the government tells her to do and everything. Well, this is for the best of mankind. This is like a mission that I wouldn't ask of you guys to do this mission if it wasn't highly important. This mission wasn't all that important. It was important because of that big old starfish, whatever that thing was, and everything. But they get these guys together, obviously. It's a new squad of Suicide Squad people. Mm-hmm. Of course, Harley comes back. Boomerang comes back for a brief moment. But they got some new cats in here. They got Polka Dot Guy. They got the Polka Dot Guy.
Polka Dot.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Polka Dots. And they really trip on Polka Dots because this guy here looks like a complete nerd. And everybody's wondering, like, what's up with this dude?
Yeah.
But you soon come to find out the Polka Dot Guy is quite deadly. He's literally like Mr. Skittles. He fires off Skittles. Okay, they're not the edible kind. They're the dissolving kind.
Dissolve your flesh.
Yeah, dissolve your flesh kind.
Yeah, crazy.
And you better not look like his mama, because if you look like his mama, that's your ass. But the movie. Oh dang! Them fools are blowing up some high.
That's loud.
Yeah, that's a major M80 right there. Jeez. These fools every day, they're always firing off these daggum M80s and firecrackers like as if it's 4th of July every daggum day of the week.
That felt like it was like right here. I felt it like boom.
Yeah, you felt it. Well,
like,
that was pretty powerful M80 actually. That's probably more than an M80 and everything. But yes, back to the flow. Okay. So we checked this one out here at the house. We could have checked it over at the drive-in because is it?
No, well, yeah, actually, it is at the drive-in right now. It's at the drive-in, the walk-ins, but it's also streaming on HBO Max.
That's right.
So we figured, we'll just stay in, relax here, watch it on our keep it chill, everything. Although the drive-in, when we saw the last movie, we went and saw Snake Eyes. We saw that at the drive-in, and it was actually quite enjoyable. Yeah, it was fun at the drive-in.
I had fun. I haven't been at the drive-in in a long time, so you guys definitely could check this out at the drive-in if you guys don't want to do that walk-in kind of craziness.
Oh yeah, we'll be making another movie date there soon.
Oh yeah,
for another movie to
definitely
come.
For the drive-in.
For now, we just stayed here and.
Because the drive-ins are fun, y'all. The drive-ins are the drive-ins are coming back. They're making a comeback, especially with what's going on in our society nowadays with everything. But but yeah, you guys, this movie here just had. I would also have to say this movie was hilarious. I mean, this movie was more of a comedy than anything.
Well, it had its little lines, in between all the.
the
action.
Yeah, you had your action.
It was fun,
but it had a lot of those just comical moments, dude. Just Disney Wonderland moments, But it was all put together kind of well, and there wasn't a lot. You didn't see no real SJW bullshit, all that bull crap that they tried to do. They didn't focus on that when they made this movie. Like, they weren't putting it out there like, oh, there's going to be the first black guy to play this and the first woman to do this and the women are badass. You wasn't getting all that when this movie first was being promoted, and it wasn't like that in the movie. So that was appreciated for you flipnicks out there who don't like the real good stuff. This is the real good stuff. This is why this movie, in my personal opinion, it sounds good. Matter of fact, you got a preview, don't you?
Oh yeah, actually I do have a little thing here for you.
Robert Dubois. He's in prison for putting Superman in the ICU with a kryptonite bullet.
I'm not joining your suicide squad.
We'll see.
My court date is coming up. And Miss Waller said maybe you could help me out.
You're flexing in my door!
Everyone stand down.
Miss Waller, I don't...
Stand down!
Yeah.
I wouldn't take such extreme measures if this mission went more important than you could possibly imagine.
Didn't she say that in the last movie?
Or out? Good. Let's meet your team.
It's okay, I'm not...
That was right there. They were talking to Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba.
Who plays the blood... What's his name?
He plays
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport, yeah.
That's it.
Bloodsport.
Yeah, Bloodsport.
And, dude, the weapons Bloodsport has, dude... This guy got every part of his outfit is a weapon, and he's able. The cool thing about his outfit, his gun, I never really knew about this about Bloodsport. He everything on his outfit contributes to his weapon, making it more and more bigger and powerful and crazy. Like, he can turn this thing into the spinning nitro cannon. He can go from a little teeny pencil to a little gun, to a bigger gun, to an even bigger gun, to a giant gun, to a humongous gun. Yeah, well, I'm just saying that that's what it is. But every part of his outfit, and then even his helmet. Even his helmet is like a device that he grabs off his suit, and it forms into this helmet and goes around his head. Man, this thing is his whole getup is the shiz. I wonder where he got the technology from, or did he come up with that himself?
Yeah, they didn't show that part, huh?
Then you got of course you got Mr. Russell Man?
Oh, John Cena.
John Cena. John Cena. Now I'm gonna have to say John Cena This is probably one of the first movies.
He played a peacemaker.
Yes.
That was his name in the movie.
He plays Peacemaker. He's the guy that basically thinks he's doing good, but really he's not. Like in order to keep peace, he says in his own words, "I'm willing to kill women, children, and old people if it actually keeps the peace and everything." I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're a great peacemaker."
Not.
Yeah. John Cena, though, I have to say, was fabulous in this movie.
He was pretty good.
He actually, I liked his role in this movie. He had a freaking cool vibe because he played like the jock, the dumb jock who was an assassin / superhero / kind of like, you know.
And you were saying you liked his role better in this one than you did in the Fast and Furious.
Yes.
9.
Fast and Furious 9. His role was all right. He played what's his name's brother. You know, The Rock's brother, or not The Rock. I mean,
no, not The Rock.
Van Diesel brother in that movie,
right.
and he was like, he wasn't believable to me as but you know what he really was? He wasn't believable to me as a villain and everything.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
even though it was more like a family matter between him and his brother, and he kind of joined the kind of the wrong side to do stuff.
Yeah.
He wasn't really believable. Maybe that was purposely done. That he wasn't supposed to be so believable as a villain because, you know, in the end he was supposed to be, you know, turns out he's supposed to be back to being good again. You know, but his role in that is acting in that. I don't know. I wasn't that crazy about it.
Yeah.
But in this movie, John Cena had me laughing. He had some lines. He was kind of raw, but yet comical at the same time. His vibe, I don't know, something about his demeanor in this movie was just right on. And I actually liked him.
Yeah, he fit the role good
He
for
fit
this
the
movie.
role.
Right.
He fit the role like perfectly.
Yeah.
And everything. So hands down to John Cena on this one here. Your Fast and Furious 9, not so much. Okay. That's that. You guys got it? Okay.
Yeah,
So-
this movie had some big actors in it.
Yeah, so some of the actors, who do we got here?
I think Sylvester Stallone played the voice of the King Shark. There's
King
a shark.
Shark, that's
there's
right.
a shark in the movie.
King Shark's in the movie. He's a comic book villain too, and he plays the voice. And there's another guy that actually plays
This
the
big shark that's always hungry, eating people, wanting to eat people.
And when he eats people, they do not turn away. They do not turn away from the camera when he eats people.
Right.
He eats people
Yeah.
whole. Like
Yeah.
ain't no joke.
And who else you got here, babe? Of course, Margot Robbie. She plays the crazy Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Harley
And you know what I'm going to say, like I said before? Harley Quinn is slamming it. When she does her best work, or it's her best vibe of Harley Quinn, is when she does the Suicide Squad movies. When she did the Birds of Prey thing, it didn't work because
Which
they went
we
too,
didn't see.
They,
We
but
didn't see
I
that all
got
the
to
way
see a
through.
lot of stuff on it and everything, and I didn't like it and everything. It was too cheesy. It was too freaking feminazi bullshit, and that's what messed up that movie and so forth. That she played a cool role in this movie like she did in the first one and everything. She's psycho. She's just out there, and you just know she plays how the Joker created her to be because she was the Joker's girlfriend, and she's just as crazy and loony as the Joker is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she plays that to the T. I like how she plays Harley Quinn in this movie.
Yeah.
I think it's probably one of her,
Yes.
in my personal opinion,
I'll give it
some
to her.
of her
She
best
did,
roles.
yeah, she did really good
And
in this
everything.
one.
She does a great job playing Harley Quinn, a psycho, crazy psychopath, freaking chick who ain't no joke.
Hey, who's this guy that played Pete Davidson? I'm not sure which part.
He was in the beginning.
Oh,
I think
he was the first Suicide
he was one.
Squad,
Yeah, he was in the first Suicide Squad team that came in.
Okay.
That were technically these guys were actually
yeah.
the ones that were kind of more like a dummy squad and everything. They were sent there to distract where the real squad was coming in, and they put them out there. And of course, what's his name cracked me up because the dude that's what's his name that was in Guardians of the Galaxy? What's his Michael? His name is Michael. There he is. Michael Rock. What's that?
Rooker.
Rooker, yeah. He's like he's in a lot of movies too.
Yeah,
you know, he
Michael-
plays kind of like
Michael Rooker.
villains, but he was in. He's also in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he plays like this villain right at the beginning. Like they're getting ready to, you know how they go to the prison and they find the different villains and so forth. So he's this new villain they want to bring in to the first Suicide Squad, the team that they're going to bring into this mission. And you know, this guy, he's like, you know, super. You can tell he's just a super great, badass, you know, villain kind of guy. This guy's got these X's marked on the wall and he's like, you see him come, it focuses in on him. He's like hitting this little rubber ball on the ground. And then he throws the ball at this one X on the wall and it just ricochets to exactly the X's he wants it to hit and everything. And so forth. And so he just got this real, just mean demeanor and just badass kind of vibe, right? So they want to bring him in to the Suicide Squad. You know, they recruit him. You know, they said they're going to take 10 years off his son. He's like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I can do it. Just so anything to get out of this dump. Sure. You know, he's badass. So as soon as they introduce him to his squad, it's like Harley Quinn, you got this daggum rat face looking dude and everything. Yeah. And everything. Was he a Weezer or something like that? Or I forgot what that thing is. And
that was a weird creature.
Yeah, it's a weird looking creature. And then you got Boomerang. You know, all these fools are all freaking crazy, and they're all like kind of like, you know, Boomerang's looking at him all crazy on the plane, and he's still got this hard look like, yeah, what, buddy? You guys are a bunch of little chumps. But he's starting to realize that he's in there with a bunch of idiots. He's starting to realize that this is not looking so great, right?
Right.
You know, and until it finally gets to the point where they're on the beach and they get on the beach and everything, he just ended up saving the daggone Flipneck from drowning. And then they're on the beach and he's watching the whole time. He's not doing anything. He's just sitting there watching everybody else do stuff and just seeing how everybody's just getting eliminated. And this boy, he gets freaked out of his mind and he's like,
I'm
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, that's it. You don't want to die.
This fool did not want to be with these idiots, dude. He was just looking at this whole thing like this.
And you didn't think you were going to see him scared of anything.
You didn't think you would see,
all
exactly.
All of a sudden he was like panicking, like, give me the frick out of here.
Oh my gosh. He just like, this dude, man. But I'll let you guys see the rest of what happens to him. But anyway. So, I mean, the movie just got all kinds of just wild, crazy, comical moments. They got the rat girl that can summon rats with her little gizmo gadget.
Yeah.
And everything. And everybody,
rat catcher or something.
I would have to say everybody has a kind of a backstory in the movie. So they do kind of get into some of the newer characters' backstories a little bit. And they kind of briefly bring you in so you kind of know where they're coming from kind of vibe. And I thought that was kind of cool, you know. Kind of builds on, okay, who are these guys? Where do they come from? And I thought they did a decent job of doing that.
Yeah.
And so forth. You know?
It was pretty good.
It's definitely a pretty crazy movie, you guys. It's way out there. Was there any standout moments for you, babe?
Oh, goodness. Any standout moments?
Any standout moments, babe? Any standout moments?
Sheesh. It's hard to say, TJ, because there was so much going on in this movie. You really had to be watching it, because you're just seeing body parts.
Yeah, body parts all over the movie. Just like, oh my god,
sliced off, chopped, eaten. It was weird. It was like crazy.
And the starfish thing. Like, this was the main villain of the movie. So, this big old giant, rainbow bright starfish with a big eye in the middle of his head and everything. And I guess that's what they were trying to go after. Is the government wanted to take control of this thing, and this professor dude with this Mr. Professor dude with his brain, he looked like Brainiac with these things stuck in his head, looked like a bunch of needles in his head. You know, yeah. He's up there, the guy that has the control over this thing. You know, and they're basically using it to mind control people, because this creature throws out these little baby starfish that basically get on people's faces and takes control over their bodies, and they become like a hive unit in some sense. So
I forgot what his name was.
The guy with the Brainiac looking dude. I know that actor. I just forgot what his name is and everything. I know who that actor is. So I see him on there. I probably would. I know who he is.
Any of them look familiar?
Go down. Let's go down. Go down. There he is. That's him right there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Peter
Oh,
something. Yeah. Peter, I can't see his last name, but
Yeah, it's cutting off, but
yeah, he was kind of, because I've seen him in comedy movies before too, and so forth. Everybody has a comical kind of role in this movie and a serious role in this movie. So it's all over the place, you guys. It's one of those type of movies that you just go to if you just want to have a goofy time watching these, like,
watching a lot of action and comedy all in one.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of action,
and gore,
comedy, and gore,
and a lot of gore thrown in.
It's just all of it, all combined in one, and it's mixed well. Actually, I would have to say, for a movie like this, I really wasn't going into one to think of this movie was going to be all that grand. But it turned out to be, it was one of the movies I have to say is the comedy movie of the year for me. Comedy movie of the year for me.
Really?
Yeah, it was hilarious. The movie was hilarious. It's serious, but it's hilarious too.
It was hilarious to me, but it did have a lot of comedy in it, a lot of funny lines, but I didn't think it was like, the whole thing was like a comical thing.
It pretty much seemed like it was. Everything they were doing was comical. Every time they did something, all the way up to zooming in on what's his name.
I don't know about comical.
Cinderella panties and so forth. Harley Quinn freaking shooting up people with like a rainbow bright cartoon behind her, and just everything is just just over the top in this movie, you guys, but entertaining at the same time.
Yeah,
it's
a fun movie though.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say, spend your dollar.
Yeah,
spend your dollar.
Spend your dollar.
It's definitely worth it if you guys just want some fun, entertainment, action. All these things put together in a kind of a goofy way, but done well.
So, like from a 1 to 10, 10 being the best.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
An 8. Okay.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
I have to agree with you, TJ,
because there's certain parts of the movie that like some of the CG to me. I want to say some of the CG wasn't all that great.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You mentioned that. Some of the CG was coming because some scenes were just so over the top that the CG just didn't fit right. With like when Harley Quinn was running on that rooftop and the freaking thing was all collapsing and shit. Yeah, that I could totally see it was. It was looking too CG right there. It was just like, okay, it looks like a film behind her and everything. I was just like. Certain scenes just like that, kind of like, okay, yeah. I would say that's probably the most weak part of the movie. Was there certain scenes that just were like too fakey looking and too cartoony looking, So it got goofy like that. The starfish.
I think it was supposed to look like that though.
Probably the starfish creature at the very end. That was goofy.
That was goofy.
That was goofy.
It was
goofy and gross at the same time. Yeah. The way they took it down, I'm like, oh, really? Yeah, this is how you take this thing off?
No, you're right. That was kind of goofy.
Because at first I'm thinking, how is these guys going to take this thing down? Yeah. I'm like, okay. It's one of those type of movies, you guys. You just got to go into it in the idea of that it's just going to be just a loony, crazy movie, and just go with it. It's not meant to be taken serious.
Just have fun with it.
Have fun with it. That's pretty much my synopsis on it. So yeah, I would say for the entertainment and just fun, crack up scenes, and the way the characters and everybody, the chemistry between the characters, I thought was really good. I thought the chemistry between everybody was a good cast together.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so yeah, spend your dollar, people. Check it out at a drive-in. Watch it right here at home on HBO Max. Whichever one's fit your flavor and so forth.
Yeah. What are we gonna check out next, babe?
Oh, well, I believe we're gonna see Don't Breathe 2.
That's right.
Don't Breathe 2, you guys. This movie right here, oh lordy more! So you got to see the first one.
Yeah,
I highly recommend.
Definitely, either rent the first one or you could buy it too at your,
Exactly.
Right?
Well, how much did we get? What did we buy that movie for?
It was like $9.99.
We bought it for
on DVD.
$9.99.
But you could rent it for probably like $3 or $4.
Yeah, yeah, probably about $3-4 bucks.
Just do that and watch it first. For sure, before you go see the second one.
And the first one, you definitely want to see that before you see the second one, so you know who this guy is. You want to get the background on the guy,
right,
and everything. The blind dude.
The first one is really good, so I'm looking forward to seeing.
And there's scenes in that one, I have to say, were just like, whoa, no, they're not going disturbing.
Disturbing.
The little disturbing that towards that ending part.
But you know what? It kind of warned us, though. It warned you in the beginning that there was going to be some.
Did it?
Scenes like that. It did mention, like, in the beginning of, what it was going to show.
Oh,
So,
it did. Oh,
I'm pretty sure it did.
I didn't even notice that. So they said there's going to be some disturbing.
I think it mentioned in the beginning, there, what it was going to kind of have in there. So, kind of gave you a heads up.
Yeah, that what seems disturbing. So you guys beware.
It just didn't mention how disturbing. But
It didn't mention how disturbing it would be.
Yeah.
I was almost feeling sorry for the girl for a second because I was like, oh man, this girl just like, because I couldn't stand the girl and everything. She was getting on my nerves. I say, you deserve everything you get.
Yeah,
you dumb flip neck.
She kind of got them into that mess.
She got them all into that mess and got so.
Well, she was one of them that got them into the mess.
Yeah. Pretty much.
One out of the three.
The guys followed the girl because the guy wants to get with the girl. That's what they both were doing. The other man, I gotta get her out of here, man. So come on, man, do this for us, dude. Yeah. So definitely, we're gonna go check out that next one. Don't Breathe 2, which is out now, actually, and you can see that in the movie theaters.
Yeah,
it's not out anywhere else that I know of.
No, unfortunately, not streaming it yet.
Yeah. So there it is. So. That is our synopsis for today on this this review on the Suicide Squad. Spend your dollar, save your dollar.
Movie review.
That's right. That's or that's TJ and MJ.
Yes.
Spend your dollar.
Yeah.
Save your dollar.
Or save your dollar.
Or save your dollar. That's my mistake. I forgot. It's or save your dollar. My bad.
Yeah, TJ, get it right.
Get it right.
Don't get it twisted.
Choose for me, babe. Take a picture of you right now.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, thank you.
All right, yeah, you're looking fine. You're looking fine. You're looking fine.
Thank you, baby.
You're looking fine.
Oh,
that was. Sorry. Okay, y'all. We out at 5,000, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace, and may the funk be with you.
Welcome to the TJ&MJ Spin Yo Dollar Save Yo Dollar Movie Review.
What's cracking, people? Have you been waiting for a place where you can laugh, have fun while getting the latest on movies and game reviews with a little pop culture news? Then you just discovered TJ and MJ Spend Your Dollar or Save Your Dollar movie reviews. Don't get it twisted. We bring it to you live every Friday and Saturday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on Spreaker.com.